The year was 2022. Happy New Year, by the way. A young man named Jonathan. A young boy named Jonathan. Wasn't the brightest guy around. Wasn't the luckiest either. But that didn't stop him from cruising around town, getting his work done. Because 8 years old is about the prime age to start working a job, am I right? These dang lazy 6-year-olds running around just having a good time, like as if society doesn't need them to contribute. Jonathan spent most of his days hanging out around town, but didn't have many friends. He had one friend, actually. That one friend quite literally lost his head. His head was detached from his body. No one knew exactly why, but they didn't really ask. It seemed like a sensitive subject. Society was going along. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't terrible either. People, for the most part, got along in harmony, working their jobs, contributing to society, and not really caring too much about what's going on around the world. Sure, Jonathan grew up hearing stories about demons from faraway lands, that some sort of prophecy that they're gonna come and destroy the world someday if you're not careful, that sort of thing. But, just silly stories you tell kids, We're all gonna die someday, that sort of thing. But no one believed those stories after a while. Not even Jonathan. Jonathan was just happy he got a brand new axe for Christmas, like he always wanted. What he was gonna go use it for, I'm not really sure. But hey, he's 13 years old, he can handle himself. Unbeknownst to this peaceful society, just across the water, in the direction that they never dared go. Because even though they didn't believe the stories, they didn't completely disbelieve them either. It became more of a superstition that somewhere out there was an island full of demons that would someday make their way to their homeland. Surely that seems unreasonable, right? Demons aren't real. I mean, at least they're not walking around with big towers that shoot fireballs or anything. They're not just hanging out with little skulls with legs. That's just stupid, right? Why would you even assume that prophecy is real? If someone tells you that's gonna happen someday, lock them up, There aren't demons hanging out just like across like a bay. It's not even that far. You could probably see this from there. It's not even that far. But that's the thing. You're wrong. There's demons out here swimming in lava like it's another day, because it is. Society kept expanding and expanding, and they started venturing into territories that maybe weren't the best for them. Eventually, Jonathan turned 16. Eventually, Jonathan turned 17. His parents got him an adamantine helmet and a steel amulet for Christmas for his birthday, and the first thing he wanted to do was join the local army, because that's what all his friends were doing, and he didn't want to be left out. Why did they have an army? Better safe than sorry. There was no imminent threat, but deep down in everyone's hearts, they all thought, hey, what if a bunch of demons do show up someday? Society kept expanding into other parts of the continent that they had otherwise deemed too far away. But civilization had grown. They needed to expand, and they began moving closer and closer to the threat that they were currently unaware of. Until one day, a ship wandered a little bit too far, and the demons caught sight of it, and they thought to themselves, "Rawr." So that's when it happened. They made themselves a lava bridge. And by lava bridge, I mean just lava, creating a little bit of a pathway. Can't really walk across lava, smarty pants, I know that. But that's the thing about lava. You put it in water and, well, eventually it turns into obsidian if you're low enough elevation. But that's actually a Minecraft thing. That doesn't happen here. But here, it starts to turn into rock. And rock is actually low-key kind of solid, though. This lava bridge slowly forms into a rock path. The humans have no idea. They're having a campfire like a bunch of idiots. Jonathan, 29 now. Still in the army. Still thinks he's cool. Probably should have gone to college, but his friends didn't go to college. The lava bridge is almost completely solidified. I'm sure you can imagine what happens next. The demons can smell that tasty, tasty human meat. Funnily enough, the demons had a similar prophecy to the humans, except the prophecy was that someday they would get to cross a bridge and destroy a human civilization. So, I don't know who's giving out these prophecies, but they seem pretty reliable. The demons made it across, and society was not ready. The town was being defended by a bunch of 2-year-olds. Let's just say the 2-year-olds didn't do very well against an army of demons. So, That really shouldn't surprise you, but if you're surprised, then I don't know what to tell you. Meanwhile, Jonathan just hangs out with his friends. His parents had always told him that, hey, someday you're gonna do great things, and he said, no thank you. Little does he know, fiery demons are ravaging the countryside. Man, I sure hope that they don't make it onto the same landmass as Jonathan. That'd be pretty bad, huh? Yeah, no, they'll be alright. A little fire never hurt anybody, you know? Look at that. They actually fought off the demons. Sure, there was a couple casualties, some people still on fire, but all things considered, a pretty well defended thing. That's when it happened, for no real reason. All the demons, kind of at their own surprise, just kind of flew across the ocean. And the demon wars had officially began. All the kids in the village were like, wow, it's just like the stories, Mom. To which Mom said, oh my gosh, we are all going to die. How could this happen? Why didn't we listen? Amidst the war came Jonathan. He'd been dreaming of this day his whole life. Not exactly like this, not exactly his whole civilization getting killed by an army of demons, but he definitely thought someday he was going to get to use his axe. Unfortunately, he died before he got to use it. Death by demon. His hometown ravaged, his people getting exploded in fiery inferno. Things were not looking very good. But then something happened. Something not even the demons expected. Lava rain. I forgot to mention him earlier, but Steven was actually Jonathan's best friend. I know he's 50 years old now, but like, you know, they grew up together. He decides to fight to his last second, which honestly lasted quite a few seconds, so he's got that going for him. But then he fell in the lava. But you might have noticed already, something else is happening. The people, as if their day wasn't going bad enough, also got infected by zombie virus. The demons thought this was gonna be easy. They really did. They thought they had a good thing going. Just wipe out the humans, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. But no, the humans, in their infinite wisdom, had decided to turn into zombies. I don't know how much of it was a conscious decision, but I wasn't there for that. It just kind of happened off screen. Just trust me on it, it was not a good move. The demons wiped out the civilization, one building at a time, one house, one tent. The thing is that now they weren't really being defended. All the humans had turned green and started just kind of attacking each other. Again, surprising no one, the 4-year-olds were unable to defend and decided that they also were going to turn into zombies. So demons waged war against zombies. When they woke up this morning, they did not expect they would be here doing this at this point in time. But life's unpredictable. When you first met your best friend, you probably had no idea that someday they were going to be your best friend. When you got up this morning and made breakfast, there's no way you would have expected to be turning into a zombie and then get killed by a demon. But hey, all is not lost. The humans are still around. There was little pockets of them. Little armies started popping up out of nowhere. Because humans, gosh darn it, they're stubborn, and they weren't ready to give up. They were actually fighting off the demons. It was very impressive. The 2-year-olds went in first to scout out the area. Unfortunately, turned into zombies, and you can imagine what happens next. Nothing good. Let me tell you that much. Nothing good. Dang, this guy's got a fire sword of doom? Holy smokes, Bennu. Oh yeah, I bet you are happy. That's sick looking. The humans actually started to fend off the demon invasion and the zombie invasion. No one would have expected that they would survive all that, but they actually did. Nice work, everyone. They've even still got boats doing their thing. They got fishing. Oh, zombie crab. Zombie crab. How does he have 3 kills? The most avoidable creature in the world has 3 kills. Sure, there were some villages that pretty much were entirely killed off, or at least entirely turned into zombies, but that didn't mean that all hope was lost. No, not at all. Humans can rebuild society, they can repopulate, they can plant their own crops again. Everything can be done over again. Nothing is lost. Sure, the lives were lost and all that, but humanity can go on just fine. But then something happened. Something no one expected. Something that you maybe expected at this point, but something that I didn't expect. The crabs got their feelings hurt by hearing me talk bad about them and talk about how useless they are. So they called their dad, Crabzilla, who immediately exploded. So they called him again and said, hey, don't do that. Don't explode. And well, Crabzilla just kind of like wrecked everything, you know? It was really, I want to say sad to watch, but honestly it was kind of cool. Crabzilla is just friggin', what a guy, you know? Like, wow, powerful. Incredible power. You can't make this kind of stuff up. This is some power. Imagine the different applications for this sort of technology. We could do a lot with this. At the end of the day, I think the lesson to be learned here is don't mess with crabs. Don't mess with demons. And in lots of ways, sometimes some problems are unavoidable. You know, like sometimes you can prepare all you want, but there's just some things that, you know, you can only prepare for what you expect. And if you don't expect a big crab with lasers to come in and destroy your entire world, then you're probably not going to be able to prepare for it. So you gotta expect everything. Expect the unexpected, and you will always be prepared. Jonathan will be remembered. He seemed like an okay guy. Not the greatest, but not the worst. We've all known a guy like Jonathan. You know, he just didn't really apply himself as much as he could have. You know, he was gifted, but he decided he just wanted to hang out with his friends. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes you gotta, like, do something creative with your time. You gotta, like, apply yourself. Everyone's got little passions and talents and things, and you gotta explore them. You know, maybe they're not immediately obvious. Maybe you think that, oh, everyone else has talent, but not me. But that's not true. You too. You've got talent. It's probably not, you know, the same talent as everyone else, but that doesn't mean it's like illegitimate. You know, like you might be good at singing. You know, have you ever tried? You ever tried singing? I don't know, try it. Maybe you got a voice of an angel. You'll never know if you don't try. And yeah, that was 2022. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, I made that map. Pretty cool map, huh? I'll put it on Steam Workshop right now, actually. Upload 2022 Gorg on YouTube. Gotta get views somehow, you know what I'm saying? There you go. You're welcome. I'll see you guys next time.